Alright, another random video here, and this is just a long and detailed overview of the ILBE system. And the reason I want to make this is because there's already a lot of these on the market. A lot of people like to pick them up, and unfortunately, because they're kind of complicated systems, like there's a ton of design details and ghosts. Yeah, there's a ton of design details and little pouches and hidden parts to this that's meant to work as a system. That's not obvious unless you've actually gotten your hands on a manual for one of these things. And I noticed that there's a lot of confusion and conflicting information going on about really what's what and what part of the pack is meant for what purpose. So I just wanted to actually go over this and not sound arrogant or anything, but I actually have experience with the system from the military standpoint, so I'm actually pretty familiar with how it's supposed to integrate, and that's how I'm going to approach this from the philosophical viewpoint of how this system was actually designed to work. And of course, once you pick this up for yourself, you can use it for whatever you want. You can adapt it how you want. You can put whatever you want on it. I just wanted to pretty much explain how it was actually designed because, I don't know, I just want to. So anyway, ILBE, it's improved load-bearing equipment. This is the modern load-bearing system. Dog. It's the modern system used by the United States Marine Corps. I don't think any other branch of service currently uses it, and I'm pretty sure the Army adopted something else. This replaced the older Alice packs that the Marine Corps was using, and as of 2012, this is still standard issue. There is a lot of news that's being replaced right now by a new system that's currently still in design. And the reason it's being replaced is armor integration. The packs themselves are completely excellent. I'm going to go into full detail, and these are easily the best packs I've ever used in my life. But they do not integrate well with armor at all because it was designed before the Marine Corps adopted the MTV, the Modular Tactical Vest. And the SAPI plates, the ceramic rifle plates, and the way they curve on your back is completely backwards with the way this curves around your spine. So it's very uncomfortable to wear, and that's why they are replacing the system. So ILBE is actually a three-part system. You have obviously your main pack, you have your day pack or your assault pack, and then you have the hydration pack, which I do not have here, and I'll explain why in a bit. So the entire point of the system is to allow a Marine in combat to choose the loadout necessary for the situation. That way you're not stuck with, for example, a main pack filled with all your gear that you don't need immediately in combat. That just can be weight slowing you down. So this way you can pick what you need when you need it. So for example, you'd have your approach load or your existence load or your assault load. You can stuff all your MREs, your sleeping bag, your poncho, your tarp in here and move to the AO, and once you get there you can switch over to that, leave this behind, and this will pretty much hold all your ammo, comms, batteries, logistics, so forth that you need immediately for an operation. That way you're not weighted down with anything less than you need to. So I'm going to go over each part of the system one by one. I'm going to start with the simplest and easiest first, and that's hydration. Now, this is not the ILBE hydration system. The actual ILBE Hydro is a Camelback ripoff. It's an actual backpack with a hydration bladder, and it's made by Source. It's called Hydration Source, and it's a pretty standard water reservoir, just a backpack with a water bladder in it. And the reason I don't have it is because I did not want to buy it because it sucks. I've heard a lot of good reviews. A lot of Marines love it. They swear by it, but in my entire experience with it, it was a very terrible hydration system, and the reason for that is Camelback. This is Camelback. You'll notice it's always sealed on top. The only way in or out of this pack is pretty much through this port, and once you seal this, it's good to go. The hydration source system does have the opening here, but it also has this weird little ziplock feature. It folds over on top, and it's got a rod that slides through it. And that's supposed to make it easy for cleaning and filling, but every Marine I was ever with, including myself, it always leaked out of that little ziplock opening. I don't know if it's because they were old and recycled ones or not, but I hated them. They leaked. So I replaced it with just a bladder from Camelback and integrated that into the system anyway. So if you want to get the hydration source pack, the entire ILBE system, It's a very good system from the exterior. The pack is designed to integrate with the MOLLE. You can attach it to the packs if you need to. These packs both have pouches meant to take the system so you can integrate it into there. The pack itself is great. I just can't stand the water reservoir in it. So you can play with that however you want to. I can't tell you much because it's not here. So I'm going to start off with the Assault Pack. Now, I'm just quickly say that when you're buying these, first off, these are very common on the market today. You can find them all over eBay. You can find them on military surplus sites. These go for about 80 bucks. The cheapest ones I've seen are like 60, 70. And those are usually about 120. The system together I've seen is maybe 150. You should not be paying over $100 for this. You should not be paying over $120 for that. And if you go on eBay, you can probably find it for much cheaper. Now, when you buy these, be aware that there are two variants. There is Gen 1 and Gen 2. The current issue is, of course, Generation 2, but the difference is not important. You can get Gen 1 and be okay with it, because the only difference is buckles and coloration. You'll notice this is Gen 1. This is not an issue pack. It's aftermarket, of course. And this is you'll notice that the coloration on this part here, the zippers and the straps, is black. On Gen 2, it's all coyote. It's all coyote brown. Like this color would be everywhere. It'd be on the zipper. It'd be on the buckles. The second difference is that the buckles were changed. I don't know if they're better. I don't know if they're stronger or not. But if you have a Gen 1 system and you have the Gen 1 buckles, this will not integrate with Gen 2 buckles. So for whatever reason your buckle breaks and you've got a Gen 1 and Gen 2 mixed together, you can't switch out buckles as needed. Which is why when you get these, I highly recommend for a couple bucks you pick up a repair set of Gen 2 buckles and you can swap them out as necessary. So the Assault Pack and Main Pack are both made of the same material. It's Cordura. I don't know exactly what, 750, maybe 775. But these are virtually indestructible. They're very tough packs. This material is, like, you can't rip it, you can't cut it. It's just solid. And I've had a lot of experience with the system. I've abused it a lot myself, and I can personally guarantee you that if you want a pack that will last you a lifetime, these are those packs. And these packs are currently used in Marine Boot Camp and SOI. And I'm bringing that up because recruit training and SOI training recycle the same gear over and over and over again for years. The gear that you get in recruit training has probably been used for thousands of recruits before you, and it's gone through hundreds of cycles. And you can imagine just how much wear and tear happens with that gear, and that gear is screwed up when you get it. Everything you get in boot camp and SOI is just falling apart. And these packs, when you get them there, are dirty, they're covered in mold, they're moldy, they're rotting pretty much, but they're still intact. The straps are still in one piece, the buckles are still intact, they just keep going. So if you buy one of these, you can expect it to last you a lifetime. So this material is just perfect. They're not waterproof. It is very highly water resistant. If it's raining, it's not really going to soak through easy, but if you drop in the water or something, it will flood. It's not waterproof entirely. Both packs do have drainage holes, so if this does fill up, it's just going to drain out. It's not going to bog down and weigh you down once it's soaked. So unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what the volume of the Assault Pack is. I'll tell you in a comment. But these packs were designed by Arc'teryx. It's a civilian company. They make very good packs and clothing designed for civilian wear, and they are great at designing these things. And this Assault Pack is small, but it holds a hell of a lot. You'd be surprised at how much you could stuff in here. What Arc'teryx does is they like to use folds so that you can see it looks very compact now that it's empty, but the more you put in this, the more it'll expand out, and you can just keep putting more and more stuff in it. It's a very efficient, space-saving design. So you pretty much just have two pouches here. You've got a side pouch out front, and side pouch is all this. It goes from here to here. So you can just see the volume for yourself. Your entire forearm pretty much goes in it. There's a lot of room in here. You can stuff a lot of stuff. Usually I just kept MREs in this, You can keep pretty much anything you want to access quickly without actually taking the pack off, like maps, go in here, because you can just undo the straps and let it hang off the side, grab whatever you need without digging through the main pack. So that's a side pouch, and then you have your main pouch. And that is the main pouch. And like I said, this holds a hell of a lot of stuff. You can see this one's very well used. The label's completely worn off. Like, anytime you get these packs, they're going to be used. It's next to impossible to find new ones, but you can definitely find them in good and workable condition. You're just going to have to clean them off when you get them. So the main pouch, it doesn't have any extra spare pouches in it. It's just one big pouch. You just stuff stuff in it as needed. And here you have this elastic sleeve, and this is meant for the hydration system. This is where you can stuff that water bladder when you need it, and then you can run the hose out through this hose port and down one of the straps through these elastic loops and drink as you need. So that's pretty much the entire pack. You got side pouch, main pouch, hydration pocket. The straps are, let's see, about 2 3/4 inches wide, I think. They're lightly padded, they're not very thick, and they're pretty much perfect for the intended weight load of this pack, which isn't too much. I'm guessing them maybe 60 pounds max. This isn't meant for the heavy kind of hiking duty that the main pack is. But they are very comfortable straps. You do have a sternum strap here, and you have a hip belt that folds in here. So when you need a hip belt, you can just pull it out. And then buckle that up for that much more comfort. You've got molly straps here. You got molly straps on either side, so you got pals webbing pretty much everywhere. You want to hang anything off as you can. As you can see, I've got a canteen pouch here, a zip-tied K-bar here for easy access, and that pretty much sums up the Assault Pack. And I love the Assault Pack personally. It's my favorite pack of all time, because like I said, once you start putting stuff in here, you'd be amazed at how much can fit in this pack. And when it's empty, it is very small, lightweight, and just compact. And on top of that, you got 2 compression straps on either side. You can see the buckles right there. So whenever you actually don't have a lot in this, and you want to compress it down to obviously make it more compact, you can just buckle up the straps, cinch them down, and that'll flatten it out. So that is the Gen 1 Assault Pack. And now let's really move on to the cool thing, and that is the main pack. And like I said, this thing's got a lot of cool hidden compartments in it. And it's based off of Arc'teryx's civilian pack. I think it was the Bora 95. Pretty much when they got the order, they took the civilian pack and they rebuilt it to mil-spec. So I'm just going to go over the exterior first. This is an extremely comfortable pack. It is, of course, internal frame. This is, I don't know what this is, but it's it's pretty much just cushioning, of course. I just don't know what the material is. It's very firm, soft, very comfy. You've got a very heavy-duty hip belt. These hip belts do come in different sizes. It's pretty much small and regular for men, and for women you get medium. But pretty much any one of them should fit you. They're not specific. You can grab large even if you're a small guy, or you can grab small if you're a big guy, and they'll still fit you. Buckles are very heavy-duty, adjustable, of course. And if you're not wearing armor, this will contour to your spine, and like I just said, it's an extremely comfortable pack. I'm just speaking from experience here. Of course, it is up to you to decide whether it's comfortable for you or not, but I'm pretty sure you will be happy with this pack if you pick it up. So you got the hip belt, and you have, again, a chest strap here. You got 2 rubber handles here and here. This for picking the pack up and throwing it over your back once it's on the ground. Handles have got these rubber cylinders on them. They're very easy to grip, especially if you're wearing gloves or anything. Just a very good design element, I think, when they cover the straps with these rubber cylinders. So, and when these packs are packed in the military, of course, they're heavy as hell. You've got weight load. They're meant to hold up to 120 pounds. And when you're trying to pick these up, like just throw them over your shoulder, it's next to impossible. So when you got these straps, you can just throw the entire thing over your head and onto your back much easier.